Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Pro-Diligentia Assembly. Could I please ask that you place all your belongings beneath your seats and that your mobile phones are turned to silent. Today we'll be singing the National Anthem, and could you please stand for the arrival of the official party?
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and wealth and toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, our beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant sounding cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of us renowned of all the lands. For those who've come across the seas with boundless needs to share, with courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Dear parents, colleagues, students, and those watching via live streaming, welcome to today's Year 10 to 12 Pro-Diligentia ceremony. It is wonderful to have guests, I mentioned that this morning, to our middle school ceremony on the school grounds in what has been an interesting start to term 4 and mask wearing. As highlighted to our parents this morning, I want to say it again, and if you're a parent in the room, I do hope for those who hear it twice, it does sink in. I want to thank your children for the way that they were simply outstanding with the restrictions in place last week. I want to share how proud we as a teaching staff were in the way that they were compliant amidst what was challenging circumstances in the classroom. I know that if we have to return, then there won't be a problem with our school complying. As we gather today, we recognise the achievements of Term 3's work ethic. I wanted to reinforce the following to our student body in attendance. For Year 12, your days are few. You have only 7 days of classes to your QCAA exams and 9 days to your IB exams. Well, here you are, so close to the end, and yet so much can still be done. I want to highlight some simple truths and allow Megan Saldenbardi, our Year 12 guest speaker, to leave the words of encouragement. As such, let me highlight the following to you this morning. In the last ceremony, I stated that those in the room had close to 30 days left of term, as is the case for our Year 10s and 11s in the room. Between now and the final day of term, if they haven't already got it in your phone, November 26, you have around 260 hours of school if you count the time between 7:45 and 4:15 p.m. each day. I stated to them that an average walking speed of 5 kilometres an hour would allow you to walk to Brisbane over 30 days if you walked for an average of 8.5 hours a day. The purpose of the analogy was to highlight that the simplicity of that calculation does not compare with the enormity of the internal motivation that would be required of such a task. For the year 12 in the room, we need to think a little closer to home, maybe the Burdekin. That is how close the finish line is. Yet, for year 11 and year 10, do not be envious, as no matter how close the finish line is, there is always the challenge of internal motivation. So what will you achieve in the time that you have remaining this year, whether it is 7 days or 30 days? We all have to find the reasons why we want to be here this term and what we will achieve. It is written that we need to consider the following when trying to find motivation. Be careful with incentives. Try to make them intrinsic rather than extrinsic. Be careful with visualising success, as often the visualisation does not focus on the challenges it will take to get to the final destination. Be in control of your actions. Research shows that people feel great motivation when they're the driving force behind their actions. Introduce challenges. Knowing that you have limited day left of school is great, but getting through each week might be a smaller challenge. Focus on the journey, not the outcome. It will be a great day on November 26, or for Year 12, a date prior to that. But who is to say we cannot enjoy each and every day in the lead up to that moment? And so in recognising these factors, I cannot pose to you what or how you will do to find the motivation. But I can state that there will be many around you willing to support and encourage you, offering what they can, but will you take it? Not too long ago, I was posed with a challenge, which I'm sure you will face in the next few weeks, maybe just prior to your final exam or the exam block at the end of term. It will be, how will I receive support, and do I know what it is? You see, I was given this book by a colleague. The book title is The 5 Disciplines of Extraordinary School Leaders. And so my mind quickly jumped to the following debate. Are they stating I need to read the book as I am in need of help if I want to be a good leader? Or the opposite? Are they stating that they can see positive aspects in my leadership and this book may highlight them and give me more? Trust me, the latter is not what is the truth when often at the end of a school day. Put simply, they wanted this. They wanted to have dialogue with me about the book, which they had read. They were not judging me. They were wanting me to discuss the contents, challenge my beliefs, test the theories, find examples of those around me at either end of the ability scale and support them. They wanted to encourage me, make me better, as they saw I could use some support, as we all do. And so it is for you, our senior members of the community in years 10, 11 and 12. How will you respond when a teacher praises you, as is the case today for many, or alternatively, states that your work ethic is not good enough? Both answers require you to find motivation and to not be demotivated by the feedback. To our 10, 11 and 12 students, let us work together in what may be a short 7 days or seemingly long 30 days, encouraging one another to work through the challenges we face with the end goal in sight. What we will achieve, what you will achieve, is up to you. But we are all here to share the journey with you. To those receiving an award, congratulations on your work ethic last term. I now invite Dr. Moores to the lectern.
Good afternoon, official party, colleagues, parents, Pro-Diligentia award winners and students. Sorry, parents, my messages are the same as this morning if you were here earlier. As the year has progressed, the work ethic of students across the school has increased every term, and so I'm very happy to be awarding so many certificates today. I'd like to remind students that work ethic, which this award is based upon, has 3 criteria: classwork and effort, homework and organisation, and you require almost every one of your teachers to award a very good for your work ethic on your school report. I encourage all students to maintain their commitment to their studies for the remainder of the year, and I would hope then that 2022 can begin with a record number of students receiving these awards at our first ceremony. For Year 12 students, maintaining this effort over the coming weeks will be particularly important, and I take this opportunity to wish you all the very best for your external exams. Today, though, congratulations to all the award winners for your outstanding effort in Term 3. I'll be announcing the award winners in each year level, and I ask that you hold your applause until all students are assembled in the front of the stage. Year 10 Pro-Diligentia award winners: Montana Belden, Arian Berra, Isaac Canopy, Georgie Coates, Madeline Connery, Nils Cumming, Paige Dreyer, Rebecca Ellis, Mia Humphrey, Grace Ironside, Dempsey Muller, Julia Neal, Kate Pierotti, Joshua Paletto, Kaylee Robertson, Hayley White, Sangwon Yun, Jack Zenger. Please congratulate the Year 10 Pro-Diligentia award winners. Year 10 Prosumer Diligentia award winners: Reg Alcock, Samuel Andrews, Elsa Baker, Awani Bawal, Sophie Bell, Max Blackshaw, Freya Bogold, Georgina Brooks, Sienna Caniato, Samara Coates, Victoria Coates, Skylar Corliss, Oscar Daly, Bria Davies-Healy, Philippa Dowling, Sasha May Flegler, Brian Garley, Katie Gordon, Sachi Hira, Alexandra Holt, QN Walker, Victoria Isaac, Eliza Jacob, Ria Joshi, Poni Karthikeyan, Tara Kelly, Jonathan Keneally, Alexander Lane, Sulakshana Lankathilika, Isabella Linton, Joanna Lynch, Mia McKinnon, Layla Moore, Harper Muller, Sabir Nayar, Liam Nguyen, Scarlett Poutney, Ashvinth Prabhaharan, Arjun Prakash, Ellison Rummel, Audrey Richardson Schultz, Amy Ryan, Amy Siegel, Darby Sargent, Cooper Smith, Karen Square, Sienna Swindley, Shreya Urkaday, Jack Valentine, Amy Volmerhouse, Ella Wackenfeld, Edgar Wynne, Clement Wong, Evangelos Yalharivis, Meher Zolfiger. Can you please congratulate our Year 10 Prosumer Diligentia Award winners? As they make their way back to their seats, they are a very large group, and I'm very much looking forward to their work ethic as they continue through the senior school. Year 11 Pro-Diligentia Award winners: Charlotte Blakiston, Chloe Bouchard, Olivia Bowater, Acacia Cooper, Luca Fon, Claire Zhang, Nandan Kumar, Brandon Lindsay, Jonathan Lai, Gayatri Menon, Caitlin Murray, Jasper Nasons, Tejal Pillay, Bella Kate Rennie, Elkie Robertson, Nicholas Rose, Suin Yu. Our Year 11 Pro-Diligentia Award winners. Year 11 Prosumer Diligentia Award winners: Ella Alicio, Joel Ensing Sang, Alice Blythe, Helen Brandy, Kiara Clements, Jack Dalton Kirby, Gabriel Diedrich, Hayley Fitler, Hasindi Gamage, Philippa Jinku, Daniel Kim, Holly Laffey, Ethan Lone, Georgia Maidment, Madeline Matthews, Thomas Middleton, Zane Murdoch, Minha O, Halima Olenian, Dylan Rao, Lily Rur, Ash Smith Sivayoganathan, Ishan Srivastava, Ananya Savana, Thomas Taylor, Lauren Toe, Joshua Welch, Ivan Wong. Please congratulate our Year 11 Prosumer Diligentia Award winners. And to our Year 12s who are about to move off into their final exams, our Year 12 Pro-Diligentia Award winners, Caitlin Ainsworth, Darcy Arnold, Remy Arnold, Talia Baker, Amy Bragg, Wasifa Chowdhury, Olivia Conyers, Mishti Dua, Alden English, Sarah Jacob, Kai Johnston, Haidong Lakong, Kaylin Malone, Monty McCormick, Charlotte Mead, Ali Manuzzo, Ruben Nethery, Aurora Pratt, Lily Reeves, Grace Tudhope. Please congratulate our Year 12 Pro-Diligentia Award winners. Year 12 Prosumer Diligentia Award winners. Stanley Alcock, Millie Andrews, Ella Banks, Samuel Brooks, Elise Chambers, Phyllis Chen, Phoebe Evans, Matthew Ferguson, Thomas Gray, Gerard Hayes, Ashani Hazratswala, Christian Hensman, David Jung, Kira Kavanagh, Amelia Kelly, Jemima Krasansky, Ava Lago, Nayana Lankathilika, Sasha Lee Rao, Lily Levers, Daniel Lee, Tammy Lee, Alan Lynn, Kira Littlejohn, Oliver Livingstone, Ivan Mann, Bridie Moller, Kai Negri, Het Patel, Emily Richardson-Schultz, Jasmine Rose, Megan Soldenbeide, Regan Short, Amy Smith, Isabel Spanswick, Lachlan Taylor, James Turner, Brianna Williams, Hungun Yun. Please congratulate our Year 12 Pro-Diligentia Award winners.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kelly, special guests, colleagues and students. This afternoon I'm delighted to announce our musical item. It is from a chamber music group. It is our string trio. This group of obviously 3 musicians recently were awarded first prize in the trio section of the instrumental component of the Townsville of Stedford. Today they will play an Argentinian piece. And you've guessed it, when it's Argentinian, it is likely to be a tango. And this is a work by the Argentinian composer Astor Piazzolla, and it is called Liber Tango. Remember, the tango is designed to represent the bullfight. So if you can imagine a very graceful, dare I say it, sensual dance representing humans and our bovine friends, the bulls, you can conjure up in your mind what that image might be. To perform Liber Tango by Astor Piazzolla, would you please welcome Luke Carroll, Jonathan Lee and Lily Raw.
Good afternoon, official party, teachers, parents, and fellow students. My name is Megan Southern-Beatty, and I'm your 2021 Miller House captain. I would like to start off by congratulating all of the award recipients today. Your diligence and hard work does not go unnoticed. Whilst we are gathered here today to recognise those who have demonstrated exceptional work ethic and behaviour this year, this address is not confined to just these awardees, but is for every single student in front of me today. It is important that you all treat this ceremony as an opportunity to reflect your own individual success this year. This is best done when you don't compare yourself or compete with others. However, when moving forward in your own academic journey, take inspiration from your peers' success. I hope that you can all take some inspiration from my personal experience. At the end of grade 10, I received 4 subject prizes, Junior Sportswoman of the Year, and Overall Dux of the grade. If you're sitting there trying to go back to 2019 and remember me walk across this stage, you probably won't be able to. Not because I just made all of this up to try and impress you, but because this happened 90 kilometres down the road in the small town of Burdekin. Although it feels like I've spent my whole schooling career at grammar, the reality is that I only commenced my TGS journey last year. Most outsiders would have viewed all these awards as a definitive reason to stay in the Burdekin and bask in all of the small town glory. So why in a time of such great success would I make the decision to move to Townsville Grammar School? Don't get me wrong, whilst I was extremely proud of what I had achieved, I no longer felt challenged. I needed a new challenge, away from all things familiar and comfortable. My beautiful and supportive parents, desperately trying to hold on to their baby girl, told me should I move, I would only be a small fish in a big pond. This always played in the back of my mind when making the difficult decision to pack up and move away from my family and friends to the bustling metropolis, Townsville. I haven't looked back since. So there I was, starting from scratch again on my first day of school. In the torrential rain, eating lunch under the narrow roof of the GH block for my first 3 days, I struggled to really connect with anyone. But once the sun had returned and we moved onto the green tables in the quad, is when I truly began to make an impression on my newfound friends. Laughing so hard that I accidentally spat rice all over Ethan's face, or stealing Sophie's formal partner by the 3rd week. Despite a few hiccups, I found my feet much quicker than I had anticipated. It didn't take me long to realise that TGS was a mixing pot of culture where there truly is someone out there for everyone. Whilst everyone was so accepting of me and it was fun making new friends, I couldn't lose sight of what I had moved for. It was nothing short of a challenge, adapting to a new learning environment. Everyone around me was now equally as studious or even smarter than I was. It didn't help that I felt a little behind with the content either, so I had to hit the books hard from the get-go. This dedication to my studies did not impact my keenness to try new things as I immersed myself in every opportunity at the school. Beach rugby. Well, that career was short-lived, ending in 5 minutes and with heat stroke and me vomiting my eggs up in the sand. I didn't let this discourage me though, as I also started my netball career that year. this time with a little more success, somehow making my way into the Grammar 1 team. Whilst I could go on for ages about all the sports I joined and all the school events I participated in, I think it would be more beneficial if I explored how exactly I managed my time. You don't have to participate in everything like I did. However, it is still vital that you maintain a good balance. Be wary that you may have to make sacrifices along the way to achieve your goals, but don't lose sight of what you enjoy or what matters to you. Establish a routine and good study habits. I personally did this by dedicating my mornings to various sport and fitness trainings and my afternoons to study. I always made sure that I made the most effective use of my time, removing any distractions so I could get the task at hand complete to the best of my ability. An extreme example of this would be that when I was at the Australian Junior Champions for basketball this year, I dedicated my only free time being the plane trip to Melbourne and back to completing my chemistry assignment. And it might be hard to believe from what I've told you so far, but I do still have a social life. With great time management, my study and sport did not impede on my very busy social calendar, always meeting new friends and making new memories. With this healthy balance, I've been able to achieve extraordinary results in my short time at TGS, of which I am extremely proud. If there is one key takeaway from my experience, I would encourage you all to get out of your comfort zone, because if you don't, you'll never know what you can achieve. And finally, to my fellow graduating class of 2021, I would like to extend a huge thank you for welcoming me with open arms. Although we have almost run out of time together in school, there are still plenty of challenges that await. Good luck to you all in your final examinations coming up and moving into the future. I am sure you can all agree with me when I say we have all lived up to the school ethos, coming in good and going out better. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Megan, for your insightful words. That concludes our ceremony. Could the school please stand for the departure of the official party?